We are live.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, Coach IJ. We're live, so over to you. All right, guys, welcome. It's another beautiful day. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? I hope you are excited. All right, so if you're live and you're here with me, I want you to just say hello in the comment section and tell me where you are watching from. Okay, say hello and you tell me I'm joining from Lagos, I'm joining from Ghana, I'm joining from Jos, I'm joining from Kaduna. Just go ahead, let me know where you're joining in from. Yes, let me know where you are joining in from. Yes, guys, keep it coming, keep it coming. Tell me your name, tell me where you are joining from. Okay, let's keep it coming. My name is Coach Christine. I'm joining in from Lagos. Where are you joining in from? And I do hope you are having an amazing Sunday. Okay. So who can also tell me what they have learned, what they learned from last week classes? Let's just keep dropping it in the comment section. Today we're going to be talking about emotional intelligence. So we finished our confidence series, and I hope we all learned so much from the confidence series. Robert, put your comment in the chat. Where are you joining from? All right, Coach IJ, should I hand over to you? Are you ready now?
Yes, I'm very much ready.
Okay, so I yield the mic.
Hello, Pdac ambassadors. Hello, super kids. How are we doing? Happy Sunday. Happy new week. I hope we had a beautiful week last week. You know, we learned something last week, and I'm sure we all went ahead to put it to practice. All right. So today we are going into our emotional intelligence series proper. And I believe that we are all going to learn a whole lot. And we are also going to put it into practice, starting from here, starting even from the charts section. All right. Okay. Let's go, guys. Welcome, Rita, and welcome, Chimdiri. All right. Emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? All right, so can anybody tell me what they have learned or they think emotional intelligence is? We all know what intelligence is, right? And we know emotions, the happy, the sad, the joyful, the angry, etc., etc. So can anybody tell, before we go into what we have today proper, can anybody tell us what emotional intelligence is, what they have heard, what they know, what they think? There's no wrong or right answer. Let's have engagement in the chat section. What do you think emotional intelligence is? Okay. Please, the slides, please. Thank you. All right. First, we need to understand our emotions. All right, we need to understand our emotions. Okay, so we are going to explore how to understand and manage our emotions starting from today. How to make good choices and become more confident and motivated individuals. Okay, so how do we understand our emotions? We have different kinds of emotions. How do we understand our emotions? And that is what we are going to be learning today, how to understand our emotions and how to make good choices and become more confident and motivated individuals. Okay. What are emotions? Emotions, what are they? They are feelings that come from inside us. It can be the happy feeling, it can be the sad feeling, it can be the angry feeling, it can be the scared feeling or surprised. These are all emotions, right? Our emotions help us to react to situations. Okay, we are all emotional beings, the way God created us. And our emotions help us to react or respond to situation. So that means everybody experiences what? Emotions. Everybody experiences emotions. And I want to ask us a question. Are there good and bad emotions? Do you think they are good and bad emotions? Do you think we should classify emotions as good or bad? Remember that God created us as emotional beings. Do you think we can classify emotions as good or bad? All right, we'll come to that, right? So emotions are like messengers that tell us how we are feeling. How we are feeling. All right? So we need to what? Learn to listen to our emotions. All right, let's go, guys. So now we come to emotional intelligence. Now we know the different kinds of emotions. We come to emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? It's the ability to recognize and understand emotions in ourselves, but not only ourselves, also in others. You know, because we don't exist alone, and because sometimes what is happening around other people may come around, may affect us somehow. So we don't only need to understand our emotions, we also need to understand the emotions of other people around us. Okay, so that is emotional intelligence. It's not about understanding just your own emotions, but also to recognize and understand emotions in others. And then we use this awareness to guide our thoughts and our actions. Our thoughts and our actions, and I will say our responses to whatever the situation is. Okay? Now, we're going to look at recognizing emotions, understanding emotions, managing emotions, empathizing with others. These are all the makeup of emotional intelligence. On the recognizing emotions, very important key first, recognizing emotions, understanding them, knowing how to manage them, and empathizing with others. This is what emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, it helps us to navigate life's ups and downs and helps us to build strong relationships. It helps us to build strong relationships. Okay, so let's go. Now we are going to look at self-control. Self-control. Okay, so self-control, what is the play? What is the role of self-control in emotional intelligence? What is the role of self-control? So with self-control, you are able to do what? It will help you to master your emotions. Self-control is the ability to manage our emotions, our thoughts, our actions, even when it is hard. We need self-control. Even when it is hard, self-control gives us that ability to manage, is that ability for us to manage our emotions, our thoughts, our actions, even when it is hard. Self-control. Help me to type self-control. Help me to type it in the chat. Self-control. We all need self-control. Is a very great skill to have. I want to call it a skill. Self-control, because you can learn it, right? Even if you think you don't have it, you can learn it. Okay, so what are the strategies here? What are the strategies here in mastering our emotions using self-control? Thank you. You take deep breath. No matter the situation, everything is boiling. Pause and take a deep breath. Pause and take a deep breath. Then you can count to 10. By the time you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10, the response you would have given immediately, that counting to 10, taking the deep breath and counting to 10 gives you time maybe to have a routine of your supposed response. So these are strategies. You take deep breath, you count to 10. Then you can walk away from the situation. If you can walk away. Some situations, you can walk away from them. You can walk away from the situation. You can walk away from the situation, especially if a situation that needs you, that will lead you to give a response that can lead to a fight. Trust me, you can walk away from that situation. Walking away is not being cowardly. You can even walk away to bring an adult into the situation, right? Walking away is not being cowardly. Remember that Joseph ran. You can walk away from the situation. Then, if you need to take an action, because some situations will require you to take an action. For some situations, you may not be able to walk away, right? It may be at home, it may be family, it may be in the house among siblings. You can't leave, okay? But you take deep breath, count to 10. You can walk away from the situation if you can. And I will add to that, you can bring an adult into it, okay? All right. And what else? You think before acting. You think before acting, right? Think before acting. That counting to 10 helps you to buy time. Then you think before acting. So self-control helps us to make what? Good choices and stay calm. You see, by the time you take all these strategies, you are buying time. It will help you to make what? Good choices to help you to stay calm, even when you are really, really upset. Self-control can help you stay calm. Okay? All right, guys, let's move. Now, we've looked at self-control. Thank you, Yewande. You are not a coward if you walk away from a situation, especially the one that will lead to more issues, cause more damage, bring about a fight. You are not a coward to walk away. Good. Good one, Yewande. All right. So we now look at self-motivation. Self-motivation. How does self-motivation come into emotional intelligence? Self-motivation, yes. Self-motivation drives our success. How does that help? The ability, self-motivation is the ability to encourage and motivate ourselves to achieve our goals. When you are focused on achieving your goals, there are so many emotions that will be put into check because you are busy with trying to meet your goals. All right? The self-motivation is the ability to encourage and motivate ourselves to achieve our goals. What are the strategies for self-motivation? You set achievable goals. Like we've talked about SMART goals. You set achievable goals. You break your tasks into smaller steps. You celebrate your little wins. Your successes, you celebrate your little wins. All right? Then you find positive role models. Good. Jimo said, encourage others. Good. Encourage others. Why do you need to encourage others? Because the emotions of people around you can affect you. So by encouraging them, you can help them to be emotionally what? Stable. And it will come around to what? Also help you, right? Good. So where did we stop? We said find positive role model. Somebody said be nice. Be nice. Good. All right? So self-motivation helps us believe in ourselves and work towards our dreams. When we believe in ourselves, we are working towards our dreams. We are self-motivated. There are so many emotions that, we will not, those emotions will not be surfacing. It will be difficult for them to be surfacing around us because we are busy driving ourselves to success, to what? To reach our goals. All right? Okay, let's go. Yes, another person also said, encourage others. Help and be supportive to others if they are achieving something. Good. You also help them to do what? To be emotionally smart, to be emotionally stable by supporting others, by supporting others. That's a good, yes, what goes around comes around. My ambassadors, you are doing great today. We are all doing this class together. I'm sure by the time we come in next week, we're going to have a lot of gist, a lot of testimonies to share, because you would have so put what we've learned today into practice. Good one, guys. Good one. Okay. So how do we recognize and express our emotions? We talked about recognizing our emotions. How do we recognize and express our emotions? First, we need to recognize our emotions. You need to first understand how you are feeling. How you are feeling. Okay? But we need to express our emotions in healthy ways. All right. So these are the ideas. You talk to a trusted adult or friend about how you are feeling. Okay? You can write it in a journal. When you are feeling in a certain way, you are feeling sad. Okay? You need to be able to, first of all, express it to yourself before you can talk to another person. You need to ask yourself, why am I feeling the way I am feeling? If you need to talk to somebody about it, it's fine. You can write it in a journal. I do that a lot. Somebody said draw or paint. Yes, draw. You can draw or paint. By the time you are doing that, you're channeling your energy into that. Before you know it, the negative emotion is going to what? Dissipate, is going to what? Disappear. Engage in physical activity. It will take your mind off something that is making you maybe sad, maybe feel down at that moment. And then maybe when you are a little bit more stable, you can think about it again. Why am I feeling this way? What led me to feel this way? And then you are thinking clearly. Unlike the time when you are feeling so emotional, you are not thinking clearly, right? Good. Somebody said, listen to music. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So we can express our emotions in many ways, but because we are different individuals, you will find what works best for you. Like somebody says, speak up. Yes. You can talk to somebody about it. Somebody you trust. Okay? Somebody that will not make you feel worse than you were feeling before. You can listen to music. It might work for one person, it might not work for another person. You can write in a journal. It might work for one person, it might not work for another person. So from all these ideas, you can pick the one that works best for you. But you just have to do something about it. Doing something about it is better than what? Not doing anything at all. So you recognize how you are feeling. Very important. In emotional intelligence, you need to understand what emotion, you need to understand, you need to know what you are feeling, why you are feeling this way. You should be able to express it. And then there are things you can do to get yourself out of that state. Because if it's a negative feeling, it is not healthy, it is harmful. It can lead you to something more what? Harmful. All right? Let's go. Somebody said, take a nap. Maybe that's what works for you. Take a nap. For some people, once they take the nap, they wake up, everything is gone. Somebody said, eat healthy food. Wow. Is that what works for you, Chika? Eat healthy food. Okay. If that's what works for you at the moments when you are very angry, it is fine. If it can help you get out of it, I'm happy you said eat healthy food, because if you say eat food, I would have been asking you more questions now, right? So how do we manage difficult emotions? All right, so guys, go to the chat section and give me examples of difficult emotions. Some difficult emotions. Help me. Go to the chat section and give me examples of difficult emotions. What you would think are difficult emotions. Difficult emotions. All right, so what do you call difficult? Anger. Anger. Ayeba Mete and David said anger. Wow. Hatred. Jimo said lonely. Loneliness. Wow. Jealousy. Fear. I also consider fear as a difficult emotion. Malice. Is malice really an emotion? Keep it coming, guys. What do you consider as difficult emotions? Anger, joy. Is joy a difficult emotion? I said, what do you consider as difficult emotion? Joy is not a difficult, is joy a difficult emotion? Don't think so. Sadness, depression, very difficult. Depression, very, very difficult. It is a very difficult emotion. So I have a lot of anger here. Oh, another depression. Disappointment, feeling of being disappointed. Lack of contentment, is it an emotion? Anxiety. Laziness, is it an emotion? Ambassadors? All right. So we have a lot of anger and depression. Yes, confusion. Thank you, Mary Jane. We have a lot of anger and depression. And confusion is also a difficult one. Anxiety. So how even loneliness, feeling nervous. So how can you deal with this? How do we cope with this difficult emotion? Are there strategies? Identify the triggers. You need to know, you need to identify, you need to sit down and ask yourself, what brings about this? If it's the anger, let's take the anger for example. Say, what exactly, in this situation, what exactly is the trigger? What is it that really got me angry in this situation? It is important to identify. If you don't identify it, you won't be able to deal with that emotion. Because if you identify it, you will know how to now take steps to fix it, either by yourself or you need to get help. Okay, you need to talk to your parents, you need to talk to an adult that you trust. Okay, depression is a very difficult emotion. All right, very difficult, which, has to be handled very well. But you need to identify. Some people slip into depression without even knowing it. So it's not only about you identifying it in yourself, identifying it in another person, someone close to you, is very important, because the one who is depressed may not know that they are slipping into depression. But how will you know? You will see them no longer enjoying or trying to be part of what they used to do before. Okay? So when you see those signs, you need to what? Talk to somebody. If it's not something you can deal with, you talk to a trusted person. So it's important to identify the triggers. If it is you, identify the triggers, right? Of whatever is the emotions you are feeling, you want to know why. What often causes this? Okay? Another thing, once you can identify, you can now know how to take steps, either by talking to an adult or anything, or do those strategies, take a deep breath and all of that, but you talk to somebody, you will get help, right? So once you have identified, you are moving in the right direction of how to deal with it. Okay, because we must deal with difficult emotions. If they are not dealt with, they can lead to more damage. Okay, so practice relaxation techniques, e.g., deep breathing. Trust me, it works. You can even practice it as we are here right now. You can take a deep breath in, out. Okay? It helps. Practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing. Challenge negative thoughts. Challenge the negative thoughts, because the negative thoughts will come. When you allow them, they will thrive. There is this saying that you cannot stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop the bird from perching and even making nests and even laying eggs on your head. Okay? All right. So you challenge the negative thoughts when they come. You can practice what? Speaking. You can say to yourself, I do not want this. This is not good for me. This is not good for me. I don't want any of it. I choose to be free from anger. I even choose to forgive. I choose to say sorry, even if I'm not the one at fault. I have my peace, right? Challenge negative thoughts. Then you can seek support from others. Like we said, you can talk to somebody you trust. They might not help you, but they might find help for you. Okay. So we can't avoid difficult emotions. They come. We are emotional beings. They might even come when you did not expect it. But we can learn to manage them. Just like I said, you might not be able to stop a bird from flying over your head, but you sure will not allow the bird to perch on your head, make a nest, and begin to lay eggs. Nobody will allow that. So same way you deal with those emotions, when you are seeing them, you recognize them, recognize the way you feel, you can what? Learn to manage, do something about it, talk to somebody, and not allow the birds to what? Lay eggs on your head. Good. Let's move, guys. Robert, we are not on Roblox. This is emotional intelligence class. We are not on Roblox. Thank you. All right. So having learned all this, something you need to know, something very important. Like we said, I said we are emotional beings, right? That's how God created. You are in control. Don't say I couldn't help it. No, 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 no. Remember, we've learned self-control. So don't come back and say, I couldn't help it. No way. You are in control. The same way, always remember this analogy. Always remember this, that you may not be able to stop the birds from flying over you. You walk around, you move around, you see these birds, they fly all over they will fly above you, right? Your head. You can't stop them, and they are not disturbing you. But you know you will never allow the bird to perch on your head, make nest, and begin to lay eggs on them. So that same way, remember, you are in control. Anytime you are faced with an emotion, a difficult emotion, tell yourself, I'm in control. Remember that you will never allow a bird to do what? Perch on your head, make nest, and begin to lay eggs. Always remember this. So in summary, ambassadors, in summary, super kids, emotions are natural. They are natural. God created us as emotional beings. They are natural and they are important. Okay, they are important. And emotional intelligence will help us to navigate life. Being emotional intelligent will help you to help yourself and help the people around you. Have you ever seen somebody who is always calm, always composed? They're going to be rubbing off something on you. At some point, you will want to be, you see situations that everybody is running everywhere, and you see that person calm, taking it easy. You will want to be like this person, not allow situation to move you all over the place. So emotional intelligence will help you to navigate life. It will help you yourself, and it will help you to help the people around you, because at some point, they will begin to look at you. Why is this person always calm? And before you know it, you are rubbing off something on them. You are living a life of impact. A life of what? Impact. Being emotional intelligence will not only work for you, it will work for people around you. It will make you an individual of what? Impact. High impact, okay? So self-control and self-motivation will lead to what? Success. Trust me. Self-control and self-motivation will lead to what? Success. Now, and the last but not the least, expressing emotions in healthy ways is key. We are not saying you should suppress your emotions. I'm angry, I need to suppress it. No, you need to deal with it. It's not suppress it. You can take a deep breath, count to 10, talk to somebody about it. You don't have to suppress. If you suppress your emotions, it will come out. And when it will bubble, it may come out worse than it was. Okay? Good. Yes. Mary Jane said, no, it is not possible for a bird to make a nest in your head. It's not possible if you do not allow it. All right, so it's just an analogy. All right. Okay, so remember, you have the power to understand and manage your emotions. Keep practicing. You will become more confident. You will become motivated and emotionally intelligent. And remember, you are doing it for you and you are doing it for the people around you. So thank you so much, kids. And I am hoping that in this coming week, you are going out there, you are going to school, you are going, even starting from the home, you are going to what? Begin to exhibit emotional intelligence, so much more than that your parents, siblings, people around you, schoolmates, classmates are going to notice that, there is something new about Mary Jane. There is something new about Robert. There is something new about Catherine. There is something new about Chinelo. I hope these are your right names and not your parents' names. There is something new about Jimo, about Yewande, all right, about Yebamete and Good Luck. There is something new about every person presently present here in this class now. And you're going to come back on Sunday having testimonies and gist for me. All right. So thank you, guys. It's been beautiful being with you and coaching you this beautiful Sunday. And I'm hopeful that you're coming back with a gist for me next Sunday. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Coach IJ. Hello, PDAC ambassadors. I hope you enjoy the class. If you do, can you go to the chat box and tell Coach IJ what you feel? Can you express those emotions? How do you feel about this amazing class? Okay. Abba says, wow, I love today. Who else is feeling excited about today's class? Okay. How do you feel? How do you feel? Let's tell Coach IJ how we feel. Remember, it is emotional intelligence. We have learned emotions, how to control our emotions, and also how to express them. Robert says, I'm happy, happy, happy. Amazing. Someone is giving a compliment. He says, I love your teaching, ma'am. Okay, Jimo says, I feel good. Mkani says, I feel amazed, exciting, and other positive emotions. Alabi says, focused. He also says, happy. So these are more the emotions that we have felt. Thank you so much, Coach IJ, for that amazing session. So I want to paint a scenario, because what we have learned today, we are going to be taking it back to our schools, to our homes, to our churches, to our mosques, wherever we find ourselves. So imagine you get to school tomorrow, and then your friend mistakenly took your snacks without your permission. How will you feel? In the chat box, tell me how you feel. Your friend mistakenly took your lunch. Perhaps he or she was hungry, but they took it without your permission. What will your emotion be? Okay, so you don't need to be here. This is a real life scenario that happens to us. It could happen to anybody. Your friend took your lunch without your permission. How will you feel? I love that. Yetunde says, I will feel angry. She also put the anger emoji. Good. Robert says, I will not care. Good. You don't need to lie. Good luck. You'll be angry, right? Another person says, annoyed. Precious says, bad. Chinelo says, happy. Power in the world says, happy. So these are the emotions that we'll feel, right? When our friend mistakenly took our lunch without taking permission. But with what Coach IJ has taught us, how will you manage these emotions? How can you manage it? She gave some strategies on how we can manage our emotions. So can you put it in the chat box? It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel perplexed, right? And happy. So what can you do to manage that emotions? Okay, somebody says you will feel disappointed. That's right. Good. Abba says, I will pardon my friend. So what are those strategies? How can you bring them all out? What will you do in that situation? Jimo says, I will feel angry and at the same time happy because I helped the other person. Okay, that's another way to look at it. All right. I want to hear those strategies. Coach IJ mentioned some strategies on how to master self-control. Okay. Someone says we should meditate. Good. Good luck says, I will ask the person why he or she took it and report. Good. You report. Fantastic. Moses says, I will calm myself down by singing or dancing. Amazing strategy. Be calm and let him or her talk. Fantastic. Yetunde says, I will count to 10. So you see, super kids, by the time you go back, these are the real challenges that will face you. And I want to believe that you'll be able to bring out these strategies when you face any of these challenges. Okay, so one of the take-home assignments I want you to do is, we have many emotions. There is something we call emotion wheel. So you can tell your parents to get you a copy of the emotion wheel. It contains more than 27 categories of emotions, okay? So you can practice them, and then you'll be able to name your emotions at every particular time. If you feel sad, you say, I feel sad, I feel angry, I am anxious, I am nervous, I am perplexed. Name your emotions. It also helps you to be in control and to take charge of your emotions, okay? Name your emotions, get the emotion wheel, and practice them. Okay, so we are going to be taking our PDAC Ambassador script, and then we'll call it a day. So let's go. I am a PDAC ambassador. I am a child of God. I understand myself. I discover, I develop, and unleash my God-given potential. I have strong beliefs and values that guide my actions and decisions. I cultivate good habits and follow principles that lead me to success. I am confident and inspiring speaker. I dream big dreams, set smart goals, make great plans, and take quick steps to make my dreams come true. I am a great leader. I inspire myself and others to achieve great things. I am excellent in my academics, and I love to learn new things. I believe in myself, and I have a positive self-image. I understand and manage my emotions well. I'm taking that part again. I understand and manage my emotions well, and I am sensitive to others' feelings. I am proud to be a PDAC ambassador and will fulfill my duties with love, respect, excellence, and can you scroll up, please? I am proud to be a PDAC ambassador and will fulfill my duties with love, respect, and excellence. All right. Thank you so much, PDAC ambassadors, for this amazing session. So we'll see you same time next week. All right. Invite your friends, invite your families, invite your cousins. Make sure everybody is here in time next week, Sunday, same time, so that we'll have another amazing time with mastering our emotional intelligence. Thank you so much, and do have an amazing week ahead. Bye.